Welcome to Spikeball College Round Net National Championships Club portion. We're in the finals. UTC, the favorite, the top dog, coming out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, is facing off with Asbury University out of also the Southeast.
Absolutely.
You know their one player is Peter John Showalter, but today we are watching the B teams matchup from Asbury. It is Asbury Black from UTC. It is Arthecio. What can you tell us about these teams, Logan Cornelius?
Well, UTC coming into this as a club is the favorite. The one game, Easily Dug won yesterday. They took it. Arthecio got third in several spring sectionals last year. And right now, this is going to be a good matchup. We have Zeke Friedman, who actually played with PJ and placed third in one of the higher level tournaments in the Tour Series, playing on this B squad and leading this team. And then we have David Gonzalez and Stephen Welch on Arthecio. Two solid players. Stephen Welch, a lefty, which will come to his advantage. A lot of teams who are less experienced, like their B team of Asbury, may have a harder time playing against that left. David Gonzalez, a very experienced player, been playing a different style of game, more for casual and fun as of late. But now, he's competing for it all today. UTC wants this, and they want to play hard, and I think it's going to come down to the B and C team. I think number one has it, and they're going to take it. But it's going to come down to these.
Ooh, so you see him miss him with the left. So just a reminder on the club portion, there are 3 teams for each of these squads. Their A teams will play, their B teams play, and the C teams play. And whichever squad takes more of those matches advances. So this is our B match between Arthecio and Asbury Black. The A match is Peter John Showalter's Asbury White facing off against yesterday's individual champions, Easily Dug. And the C match features Touch and Go versus Asbury Purple.
Absolutely. And if you like what you're seeing, share this cast today. Let other people know that we're streaming Spikeball games live. We want to see the sport grow, and especially on the club scene. This is fun. Cheer for your college, cheer them on them, and give that a share.
Yeah, so you saw the ace there from Zach Webb. Mentioned he was actually the one who went out with Peter John Showalter to the Huntington Beach tour stop back in February. They took out Point Loma Spike in the round of 8 and ended up placing 3rd. So he's had a good result on the tour series, looking for a good result here in the college series.
Absolutely.
And finding himself in the finals, that's pretty good, but first place would be even better.
Everyone watching a great play over by the C teams of UTC and Asbury, and now we're getting back to play here. Friedman with the serve.
That's Zach Webb, but okay.
Oh, that's Zach Webb. I don't know why I said Friedman. I meant Zach Webb. Yep, an easy 1-2-3 from Arthecio.
Yeah, so again, that big left hand from Steven, especially if you can get those wide left serves on, it's going to be challenging. David Gonzalez, formerly of Bolivia Spike, known for his craftiness. He's got some tricks up the sleeve also, but I don't know, you can't see much with his short sleeves, so maybe not today.
Absolutely. Like he's a tricky player, likes to drop it, hit it where the players aren't. Not necessarily a strong hitter, although he can hit it strong. And so we're going to see how that plays for him today. There's been a lot of mental errors on his part today and yesterday where he's been missing shots that he should be making fairly easily. And so if he can clean that up, clean up those errors, I think the 2 team from UTC should be able to take it. But
yeah, so lefties on both teams here. You see Zeke Friedman with the ace and David just rolling up over his left hand. Yeah, we saw Arthecio in the round of 8. They needed to beat UGA's B squad. So UGA brought out 9 teams to this tournament. They've got 3 full squads with 3 teams each.
Impressive.
And even though Easily Dug won, UTC's C team lost, and it came down to Arthecio going 3. They did pull it out 21-18, but definitely a sweat for the squad and this team in particular. They might need to win here just to keep the squad going and take that championship.
Absolutely, and they dropped their first game against UGA and then took
crafty
games 2 and 3, and they're not wanting to drop another one here today.
And especially if Asbury Purple is able to put the pressure on Touch and Go, this might be the determining match. Easily Dug heavily favored to take out Asbury White. Of course, you never know with Peter John serves, but you have to expect Card and Core are able to hold on and win that one.
Yep. They've got experience. They're 2 solid players, and I think that'll allow them to take advantage of the inexperience of Jonathan Waterman. But overall, I think this is a key matchup here. Although, that being said, the C team of UTC has actually dropped their last 2 matches, and the weight of UTC has been heavily on the A and B of University of Tennessee, Chattanooga.
Yeah. So you see that big left hand from Welsh. Now see if they can get a break here. Gonzalez to serve. Down 4-6 early. Few breaks for Asbury.
Yep, and
see what David does. Goes
main issue has
keeps it low.
been the serve returns from UTC. And Gonzalez gets a touch there, but shoots right back off to the other side.
Yeah, so we've seen that Asbury's definitely able to hit hard, but keeping it low there was key. Not allowing David to get a good touch. Drop serve there, misses. So David's a little bit flat-footed, so probably a good call. If you can catch him there, easy way to earn some breaks.
Absolutely.
Drop serve here. Easy return, sets off.
Oh, and
Looked
David
like Welsh might have been a little bit in the backswing for Friedman, but not a problem. Puts it away. David's not there to get a touch.
Yep. And Gonzalez was back there for the defense, but there was a lot of room to cover, and they hit it hard and just couldn't get there in time.
Ooh, steps out with the right.
Wow.
Just misses as he hits the rim. That would have certainly been an ace.
He had a great angle on that. The way that would have come off the net was sharp and out wide, but unfortunately it's a little bit off and hit rim.
Just winding up and putting it. Not the prettiest of swings, but that'll do, especially if you can hit it hard, just get it through the defense.
And if Arthecio was able to key on that type of swing is a little harder to change. And so they can kind of key on and read that defensively and get in position. They just have to read it faster. He put some power on that, which makes it a little more difficult. But
big miss for Zach Webb. So you see, Asbury is not holding back. They're swinging all out, putting it all on the line, and why not? This is their last match of the day, last match of the tournament. Got to go for it. Another big miss there from Welsh. Somebody's going to, it might be whoever picks up the serving first is the one who's going to take it. We've
Absolutely.
seen David Gonzalez has made a few serves that were low, but just not quite enough to challenge Asbury. But these power serves are probably what is going to be the difference. We saw from Asbury a few aces early, just overpowering UTC. If they're able to keep that up, I'd expect them to continue on and take this series.
absolutely.
Good serve there, but a solid return. Welsh just misses the net a little bit late, not able to set his feet, and not able to find the spot.
And it's looking like there's a lot of miscommunication between Welsh and Gonzalez where the sets are kind of being put to where the other player can't put them on.
There. I don't think that ball hit the net. They're saying it did. I think that's just the wrong call. Maybe we're missing something. Flying go from David. Yeah. I thought that was a pretty clear-cut miss by Welsh, but gets the benefit of maybe some bad eyes.
Yeah, that
And
interesting.
Lucky catch for them, avoiding going down another break. Drop serve from Wood, no good. Webb, sorry, no good. And we'll go back to Welsh on the rotate.
Right, and look for a lefty serve here by Welsh and see if he can take advantage of that.
No
Good
step
return.
Up, but just get up.
Good hit, a
Easy
lot of
lefty
power
put
on
away.
that.
So maybe they just not ready to play the lefty. Did not look like they rotated to his left side at all. Wide open pull
Absolutely
shot
not.
for him. They're sitting on his right.
Yeah, it was wide open. They left that. They were playing defense on the other side.
Okay, so Welsh looks like he's trying to call a hinder. He's saying you ran into Webb. No argument there. Just David didn't realize it. Still 9-11.
9-11 redo
Redo
there.
with that hinder.
Hits a appears to be a
We'll call
pocket on that one.
on that.
Close call, harsh pocket, but gonna get a second serve and
Also
double
a
pocket.
So after all that, it's still Asbury's point. 12-9. Zeke Friedman to serve. See if he can just power on with that left. Good serve. Not too much on it. Tricky set by David, just spinning it, not giving Welsh enough time to set up. And that'll be another break for Asbury.
And Asbury is really controlling the game right here. They're hitting hard. They're clicking really well, and they're putting the ball away. Right now, Arthecio just isn't setting well to each other. They're not getting the sets that the other player needs and not able to put it away.
Yeah, I think one thing that we saw from especially David Gonzalez playing with Bolivia and even in the tournaments he's played this year is he likes to ease into the game slowly. He likes to feel out the other team. Once he starts figuring out, that's where you really start to see him take off.
Yep.
Maybe that's what we're seeing here. Maybe he's just kind of playing a little bit slow
Maybe so.
as he feels out the opponent. Doesn't want to give away too much before he starts making his moves.
Yep. And that's one thing. We haven't seen too many errors from Asbury so far, and I think those errors will come. The lower level teams, such as these second teams right here, there's going to be a lot more error, and once that comes, I think that'll help even out the game. But right now, the errors are falling on Arthecio.
Yeah, talk about error. That hit lips up. Asbury, again, not able to put away. David loses the ball in the sun. So a good hit by good up by Welsh, but David just totally loses it. Blinded a little bit by the sun and can't get it at all.
That's unfortunate because that was a great rundown by Welch. He got there, put it up pretty good distance on that first touch to where David could hopefully put it near the net, but just lost it in the sun and was blinded.
Yeah, so another break for Asbury as they're totally in command here. Good serve. Decent set. And David, there you go. That was the first real time we saw him kind of crank on a ball.
Yeah.
It wasn't the hardest hit, but he definitely moved his body, moved his hips, and put that away.
And again,
I think he's ready to go to that next level.
Yes, and what we saw there, it wasn't the best set either. They're not clicking very well still. That was a hard serve.
Yeah,
Wanted that angle, but
hit
hit
paint
rim.
that one and hit the top of the rim. So another chance for Asbury Black to add on to their lead. Step out serve, just misses.
Very similar to the serve that Welch just tried. Wanted that angle and hit front rim.
So David back in control. Maybe he can add some spin to these serves, really challenge Zach Webb. Good serve.
Challenged him.
Set is high. Welsh running it down, gets the touch. David notes on this time, puts it over the net.
Nice hit.
Hard lefty from Welsh to put that away.
Yep.
Great rundown, great hit.
Absolutely.
As that's a break for UTC. Maybe some life into this team now.
Yep. And right there, I think it was the first time that we've seen real good chemistry from Arthecio on that rundown. Great sets, able to put it away. Exactly what they needed.
Okay, Welsh running it down again, gets enough on it. David sets it, not quite over the net.
Oh, and he hits rim.
Welsh just misses. You see, pumping with that right hand, not the favorable hand for him. Good attempt though by them.
And we've seen 3 great rundowns from Welch in the last 4 or 5 possessions, and this is when I think that they'll start keying in and bring back and lower that deficit and come back in this thing.
Yeah, even if they don't get a few more breaks here, they're definitely starting to line up with Asbury's hits.
Absolutely.
Showing the potential to where they'll really be able to take advantage of the hitting from Asbury.
It goes back to what you were saying earlier with David just trying to figure out and find the other team, learn how they're playing, and move on that.
Yeah, or in this case, it's really been Welsh who's been doing it.
Absolutely.
Good push by him there, just splitting the defenders for a hold. So now 14-17. Stephen Welsh to serve. If he can land some of those lefties, they will be nasty and could be enough for them to come back. But so far, it's been a lot of rims. Another one there.
And it's hard to come back, especially late in the game. Obviously, when you're hitting rims, you don't get the opportunity to get those breaks.
Yeah, so 18-14. Zeke Friedman to serve. Lefty, good serve. Tight set.
Ooh. He puts it away.
Friedman going for the hand block, but just blocks it right into the ground. A little bit frustrated because he thinks his partner would have been there. 5-8. See if David has anything here. Ooh,
nice
serve, great return.
Yeah, they're returning the ball pretty well.
Yeah, I think that's been key. These serves have been coming low and hard, but they're able to return them. If anything, maybe challenge them with some higher serves, see if they can get their hands up. Especially Friedman's tall. You've got a lot of space to work with if you want to really lift those serves.
Serve by Zach
set
Webb.
by David, and just pulls it, cheeky pull, medium distance, and that'll be another hold for UTC.
Absolutely, and they're playing them pretty well, but they're finding the openings right now, and they're clicking. Unfortunately, they gave up those points early, and Asbury's been able to hold on that.
Yeah, the key has been if Welsh can get his serves on and they can return Asbury's serves better than they did earlier, they'll be in a position to come back in the series. Good serve there.
Great hit.
They got him. David's there for the easy touch.
Set. Oh, nice drop.
The set choked him a little bit, but David doesn't move, just drops it right in front of Zach Webb.
That's a gutsy drop, but it worked out for him, and now they're starting to pull back, see what they can do.
Oh, so another miss from Welsh. You saw it. He's probably 1 for 5 in his last 5, but that one was that last serve where they got the break. So if he can make serves, that could be the difference for them. Good serve from Friedman. The touches there. Lefty push. Webb running, but not there in time.
Webb was able to track that down, get a location on that, but wasn't fast enough to get there. Maybe didn't start moving early enough on his defense.
Yeah, so 18-20 now. We're going to need it here from David Gonzalez if they want to come back and not lose game 1.
David Gonzalez with the serve. Nice serve. Challenges him a little bit. Oh, good rundown by Welch.
Oh, that set's just off. Yeah, David is frustrated. So some great play, especially from Stephen Welsh, getting around, reading the defense well, especially some of these hits that are high. I mean, you saw there the set was a little bit high and off, so there's not much for the hitter to work with. He needs to kind of chop it a little bit, which gives that defense the opportunity to run it down. If they can keep up the defense, I think UTC is in a position to come back, but really the key has been serves and serve returns, like we say so often. Welsh in particular has not made a lot of serves. He's going to need to if he wants to challenge this Asbury team and give himself a chance to get those breaks. The other thing is we saw Asbury had very strong serves, especially in the beginning of that game. UTC is going to need to be able to return those better if they want to stay alive and win game 2.
And if we break that game down into 2 halves, Asbury won the first half, and I think we can both agree UTC won the second. The only difference is Asbury won the first by more. Yeah. If UTC can continue that momentum, I think they have a chance, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a game 3 as Welch starting to get some good defensive touches. His height gives him the advantage to get those higher balls that maybe go over the heads of a lot of players. But Friedman and Webb, they have some hard hits, and if they can put it away, keep their sets consistent, which is something that we've seen Arthecio struggling with, I think that can be the difference for Asbury, and they can pull it away.
Yeah, if anything, if I'm UTC's coach, I might be telling Steven, take a little bit off those serves, make them play offense. If you're missing serves, you're giving up that point right away, and he probably served 30% tops that game. He needs to put a little bit of pressure, even if they're just, I don't know, step-out serves, anything to put them on their heels. Especially if he keeps hitting rim, they're not going to have any chance to win this game.
Yep, and it's a struggle. See if we can get an update on the other games. Do we have an update on any of the other series? No? Okay. If we get those updates, we'll
feed them back to you live.
Update, y'all.
For now, let's go to Game 2, Asbury Black taking on UTC's Arthecio.
And we would love for y'all to share this game. Just hit the share button, get it out, and let other people know that we're streaming games so they can watch some RoundNet live. It's a blast and some awesome games and some great players.
That's a pocket.
Guess so.
So a break early for Asbury Black, getting that lucky pocket, bouncing back away from the direction they hit it. That's one of those plays where, right now, I guess by the rules, that's probably a pocket, but I've always thought that those should not be clean. If the ball's going the opposite direction, it's not a good hit. I don't know why that's a pocket and not a rim.
That's harsh. I could see that going either way. They went with pocket, but some of those plays are tough to call, but definitely could see that being a rim as well.
So 1-1, David not serving. A little bit more on it than last game, spinning it. Webb keeping it high is what we saw at the end of last game. Welsh running it down well and able to get that lefty
good body
on
and
another
lip
pocket from Webb. David, good set. Ooh, not enough on the set, and just chokes Welsh.
And
not giving him a chance to put it away.
One, I think we're seeing two things from here. We're seeing Zach Webb hit the ball high quite a bit. He's not keeping it low, which is allowing Arthecio to track it down. And then we're seeing Stephen Welch struggle with his right hand. He's a left-handed player, and he's hitting well with his left, but he's just not getting good hits with his right. As we saw there, that lost him an opportunity for a break point.
Yeah, the only other thing you could say is maybe if David Gonzalez can get those sets a little bit higher, give his partner a little bit more time to get back to the net, he'll have time to set his feet and really put those away on the defensive break opportunities. So another missed serve from Welsh here as we start off. He starts off in game 2. We said he missed a lot in game 1. He's going to need to turn that around if they want a chance to win this game.
Absolutely, and this game is going to be the breaking point most likely. From what we hear, the third team of Chattanooga is the better team in that matchup, although they've lost 2 and anything can happen. And easily Doug is favored to win, so
another high hit, but Welsh just
here.
had his heels planted a little bit, couldn't keep running that ball down. But again, we see a serve on, and we see a just okay hit from Asbury Black. The defensive plays will come for UTC if they're able to continue to put the pressure on. The only thing you worry about now is, are they going to get tired from running all these balls down?
Absolutely. And they need to start figuring out. I mean, so far Zach Webb has been the weaker hitter, and I think that's one of the important things is you need to identify their weaker hitter, and then you need to essentially use your serves to take advantage of them.
Yeah.
If you can get their weaker hitter hitting, it's easier to track down those balls. Right now, Zach Webb has been the weaker hitter. Zeke Friedman has been hitting it hard and low.
Well, to be fair, a lot of it has just been Zeke has not had to hit it because serves are not being made to him.
That is very fair as well.
So either way, you got to make serves if you're Arthecio here.
Yes, so that's, I mean, 2 keys. Welch needs to get his serves on, and they need to key on when Zach Webb is hitting.
Another missed serve from Wells. It's 0 for 2 in this game. He really needs to turn around. I keep saying it, but I'll keep saying it until he makes one. 5-4 now. Good serve.
Nice backhand. Great defensive run.
Drop it. Yep, that's right.
Great drop.
Notices the defense is back on their heels and just drops it in. Great set from Webb after a great touch by Friedman. So now 6-4.
6-4. And right now, it's looking like Asbury is just the better team right here. They've been hitting hard, playing good defense, and Arthecio's just not finishing. Not a great set.
Ooh, the wind not helping there.
No. And David is a very touch finesse player. He tries to put just enough touch on it, put some spin on it, but right now that's not working with the conditions, the wind, and just with his partner. He's not getting the ball where it needs to him, and Welch isn't getting serves on.
So the update we just got, UTC's C squad won game 1, but in the A matchup, Easily Doug dropped game 1. So that means that UTC dropped 2 out of the 3.
Oh wow!
And they really need to come back if they're going to hold seed and win this. And in the background, just saw another ace from Peter John Showalter on Travis Core. So maybe Asbury actually in the driver's seat in this final series. And I see the wind moving that set a little bit back, but Freeman does a good job to push it just far enough for Webb to swing. Not a great hit, but David Gonzalez playing that body defense, not able to run it down.
No. Zeke Friedman with the serve. That powerful lefty.
Some discussion on the score here. So 8-6. Zeke Friedman to serve. Hits rim 7-8 and will rotate.
Yep. And although Asbury has the lead, Arthecio is still in this, not too far down early in the game. And if Welch can start hitting serves, that's what they need. Right there.
Good serve. Makes one, and you see right away. Break
Good
opportunity.
return.
See if they can finish it off. Good left
finish.
from Welsh. So yeah, one made serve, one made break.
Yeah.
You gotta like that if you're UTC.
Absolutely.
You just gotta keep making those serves, put the pressure on Asbury to keep swinging.
And sometimes when you're struggling with serves, all you need to do is you just need to slow the game down a little bit. Don't put as much power on it, and get the ball on the net. Sometimes just mentally getting the ball on the net gives you the confidence that you can do it and do it consistently.
Yeah.
And right now, Welch, he got to break off one of his serves late in last game, and he just got to break off this one, but he needs to be able to do it consistently, which he's not.
See, yeah, looked like Zach was stepping in. Big sideways forward step there from him, but he misses anyway. Gonzalez with the serve. Clean return by Friedman. The righty pockets up, but you saw Welsh overcommitted and not there for that pull shot.
If he was coming around more for that hit, got a little bit of a pocket, and they weren't able to get there. Friedman with the serve. Harsh pocket.
That's rim.
For the sake of what they're playing it, we'll call it harsh pocket, though.
By the rules, that's a rim. Drop serve. Good return by David.
Great
and
body.
Close defense.
Looks like
they'll give it to him. I think that's the right call.
Yeah.
So 10-10. We rotate again. Halfway through this game, we are knotted up.
See if Welch can put it on here. That's going to be the difference maker. And he pockets it.
Zach
They
Webb
choose
there.
to play that.
He's going to pull it. Right
Good
to David
read by Gonzalez.
Welsh with the set.
Not a great
just
set.
off, and David dives, but can't get it on the net. So that's another time where we've seen Arthecio able to get the touch, but not able to convert. They just really need to clean up these sets. Clean up that hitting maybe a little bit too.
Absolutely. Time and time again, we're seeing them get defensive touches. We're seeing them run it down, but they're not able to finish. It's that second set off the defensive touch that they're just not putting very well. It's either not close to the net or a little bit off to where the hitter can't get a great touch on it.
Zach Webb, big swing, hits rim. So 11-11. David Gonzalez going to serve. We have not seen that many drop serves from him. He's been opting more for just those low topspin serves, trying to catch the returner.
There's what he needs.
Just like he did there. So honestly, didn't look like it was that good, but just catches Zeke Friedman. Maybe he's running in a little bit as he returns it and not able to get a handle. David going to the flango and not close. So 12-12.
And that's one thing. That's one thing about David Gonzalez is he's one of those players who his serves have a lot of the action with the net. So when it hits the hand of the returning player, that's where the action happens. The spin on the ball shoots off and creates a bad touch.
Welsh to serve. Drop serve.
Great drop.
Good serve, but not
Good
enough.
body. Oh.
So the body goes off of Welsh and into Friedman, so we'll replay the point. You saw maybe that was a good idea to go to the drop. Good return, but at least it puts the pressure on Asbury to actually hit the ball.
And Welch needs to get a hard serve on here. I think that drop is good. It allows him to kind of get a mental edge on Asbury as they won't necessarily see it coming. Good serve. Pocket.
And they'll play through this pocket.
Good hit, and they can't try to get out.
The righty by Welsh goes over Webb, so another made serve for Welsh and another break for Arthecio. It's a pattern forming. Just hope that he can notice it as well as we have.
Absolutely. And he's not, like, that one wasn't necessarily as hard as the one before. He just got it on, shot out, and they got the advantage they want. And now, I think this is what they want as well. Zach Webb, a right-handed player. He'll have a little more trouble with it. What a great set there.
Oh,
and he misses.
The set's a little bit off. Webb can't get there, so it's now 15-12 in favor of Arthecio as they are in control in game 2. And again, made serve from Welsh, break for Arthecio.
Arthecio feeling good, and
and
he's there.
Hit from Friedman, pockets up. David Gonzalez laying out, gets turf in his mouth. Great effort, but not able to quite get it.
Absolutely. And that good defensive read, but Gonzalez just doesn't have the speed to get there. Lays out, not quite there enough for the touch.
It looks like in the background, Asbury White, the team with Peter John and Jonathan Waterman, just beat Easily Doug. So the pressure is on UTC. They need to win this B game along with the C game to complete what they really have been after all season, which is the club championship and nationals.
And that's one thing that's ironic is yesterday, Easily Doug took the individual championship. They were the best individual team yesterday, and now they have to rely on the strengths of their lower level teams. And that's what makes clubs so exciting. So now it comes down to Arthecio and Touch and Go, the B and C teams.
So missed there on the break opportunity for Asbury, and UTC is up 16-13 here. Good return. That backhand lipping
Not
up.
a great
We've seen Webb
touch.
time and time again have trouble cleaning up his hits.
And that hit
Look
David.
for the hinder there.
Is a hinder to hit David?
Look like they'll call the hinder.
All
David's
right.
just right in the way of
Okay.
Friedman. So fair call there. They'll replay the point.
And that's unfortunate because that was a
Yeah,
great defensive
Arthecio
play they
was in
had.
position for the
Able to
break.
take advantage of Zach Webb's hit, but not
That's
quite.
another, I'd say that was a rim, but Asbury a little bit lenient with the rules, so we'll say 16-13 second serve. Good serve. Catches Webb, see if he can hit it. Again, high
Welsh gets a
set,
touch.
high swing. Welsh is right in front of it, but can't get enough of a touch. So 14-16, they need to hold on to keep their club hopes alive.
Absolutely.
Friedman now serving to Welsh, lefty on lefty. Good serve.
Good touch.
Lefty
And
put. That block goes up and away. No
right into
play.
his body and the other
His
direction.
partner. 17-14. Let's see if he can do some more pattern matching and put the serve on.
Yep. If it plays true, with serve on here will be a break. They're going to play it, a little bit of a pocket.
Lips up,
Good
right
read.
to David. Puts the serve on
Good
and
hit.
pulls it. Zach Webb
Nice
sliding
touch.
into that one. The touch nowhere
Again.
near. Another made serve for Welsh and another break for Arthecio.
That's his third made serve this game and the third break for Arthecio. And I think it's
I
fair
count
to say.
four, yeah.
Was that four?
Yeah,
That was four.
I think I count four.
If they keep that up, then Arthecio can win, take it to game 3.
Yeah, so 18-14 now. Try to get an update on that C game. Oh,
Good
wow,
serve.
great service. So that's
5
the
for
serve we've
5.
been waiting for.
5 for 5.
That's that power serve that he's been going for all match. It's the first one where I feel like it really landed and
Absolutely.
an easy ace on Webb.
Absolutely.
So 19-14, just looking to dot their I's, cross their T's, and close out game 2.
Yep.
Send this to the deciding game 3.
And those other serves, he's been taking a little bit of heat off him, get him on, still getting the breaks, felt a little warm, got it on, zoomed it past him, and that was fantastic.
Pocket there.
there.
Welsh will go to the second serve.
See if he can make it 6 for 6, Ezra.
Yeah, you see a little bit of dejection on Friedman's face here. David's excited, though, clapping his hands.
And UTC wants this. They want this club championship.
Yeah, so miss serve there. 15-19. Asbury gets one more, well, I guess a few more chances here. Zach Webb's going to go all out, I think, if he wants to win this one.
Good serve.
But great return by David. Sets there. Good
Good
push
hit.
by David. That was a little bit on the side of the net, but just enough for
Worked
David
enough.
to work with and fools the hitter into thinking it's going to be a pull before pushing it just to the defender's left.
2015.
Quintuple match point. Miss serve there.
All right, and we got
Sorry, that was 2014. It's now 15-20. Still 5 chances for UTC to close out game 2.
Lefty again. Good return. Good set. And finishes it off. Game 3.
A bit of a hinder on that swing as Welsh swung into Friedman's hand, but either way, it's UTC's point. So 1-1 now in this series, and we'll go to game 3.
Yep.
So just to recap, Easily Doug, the favorite in the individual portion, or at least the top individual team in this club bracket, after winning the individual championship yesterday, just lost to Peter John Showalter and Jonathan Waterman in the A game of this match between Asbury and UTC. So for UTC, they're depending entirely on their 2 and 3 teams. We saw the 2 team there. They're going to game 3. The 3 team, UTC won game 1. They're in game 2 now. We'll try to get an update for you on the score, but that team is touch and go, consisting of Caleb Wood and Peyton Sparks.
Yes. And I think one thing we're seeing, certainly with Core and Card and Easily Doug, is talking to them yesterday, I think their focus coming into this weekend was the individual tournament. They were satisfied with their individual tournament win, and I think that came into play today, where, as we saw yesterday, Peter and Showalter wasn't as focused on the individual, more in the club. And I think that desire showed today, where Asbury was able to take it in 2. And I believe the weight of this championship is going to come down to this game.
Yeah, so adding observers now, you've got Chris Hornacek on the right, Caleb Royce on the left, just to make sure that these players are serving outside the 6-foot line, and if there are any disputes, they'll be there to settle them. And right away you see a good serve from Webb, not the best set from Welsh, and a miss hit from Gonzalez, so an early break for Asbury as they go up 2-0.
And that was very similar to the break that Arthecio lost starting game 2.
Backhand serve attempt. Yeah, they called him in, which was the right call. Either way, he hit the rim, so it'll be Arthecio's point.
And we're going to see how having observers and the inside 6 feet calls come into play in this game.
Yeah, especially for these players who probably have not been on a big stage. Might be their first time, not for David, but at least for some of the other ones with observers. See if that affects them, especially playing with lines and in front of a crowd.
And that was a great read by Stephen Welch. But again, we see like the speed and quickness of David hold him back a little bit. We're not able to get that.
Good serve by Friedman,
Great
but the
serve.
set's there, and David's able to just drop it.
Beautiful
wow,
drop.
Great set. And he said David looked like it was a little bit too casual, but hits on the net and bounces off, so just good enough for him.
That's all he needed.
Good serve.
Serve.
Left.
Great read by Welch. Gets it there. Good touch. Oh, and hits it right to Webb.
Touch the net, but it doesn't matter. It goes right to Webb.
Oh, bad
wow.
set.
Just botching the set there by Welsh. So you see the chance for the break. Welsh was healing up after missing that set. He'll need to do that if he wants to stay awake and stay alive in this game.
And I think it's safe to
Big
say
serve
Ezra.
from Webb, but called a fault. He's reaching across the line. So already the observer's playing a factor with call is that Zach Webb hit that inside the 6-foot line.
I think it's safe to say that the difference in this game is going to be Stephen Welch's serving. We saw last time he was, what, 6 for 6 on breaks when he gets his serve on.
Yeah. So big serve attempt there. Pockets up. We'll go second serve. I think the key is he's going to have to balance how much he wants to put on those serves versus how much he wants to put those serves on the net.
Absolutely.
And so drop serve there, goes on the net, and right away.
A serve and a break.
Ridiculous, the ratio that he's had today. But with the missed hit, that's another break for Stephen Welsh on a made serve. I don't think I've seen anything like
this.
This
This is
as far as
incredible.
just a server puts it on and they get breaks. And for a big serve there, call will be, I think, pocket.
I believe a pocket, yeah. And he's a great hitter, and the way his serving motion is, he shouldn't have too much trouble with the 6-foot line, but sometimes just the mentality of knowing that's there can sometimes get in a server's head,
Yeah, so
which
now
may be why he went for that drop.
Friedman.
They're calling a pocket on that
So
one.
we go second serve. And
there
goes
we go.
in there.
And I can't help but think that the 6-foot line is getting in their head a little bit. David Gonzalez with the serve. Hits pocket again.
David pockets it.
Well, so here, if you're enjoying this, share it. Let people get in on this action of the third game of the College National Championship. This could determine the club championship.
Drop serve there, and that was a great hit by Webb. We saw a little bit of shakiness, especially last game there. He's able to drop the hammer, that it stays relatively low. Not a good chance for Welsh to run it down. And a hold for Asbury.
That was a great hit. He was able to get a lot of pull on that, and Welch has been able to get some keys on their hits, but that one, great hit, not quite able to.
Pocket. Looked like a bit of a toe tap two-step there from Zach Webb, but pockets either way, so fault is called.
They're lucky Ezra Danowitz isn't out there in the observer stand or.
Yeah,
all right.
So we just got word in the C game, touch and go of UTC 1, which brings us to a total of 1-1 in matches between these two squads, meaning that this game 3 will be the decider in this final series.
And this is exciting. I certainly didn't think it would be this competitive. I thought it would be an easy 1-2-3 sweep for UTC, but I think with the one team losing and the 3 team winning, noted that the 3 team also lost their previous 2 matches. So exciting for them that they're the difference maker here, and that it's going to come down to Arthecio.
Yeah,
this is a huge match.
We saw the pocket by Welsh on his serve, and Asbury was able to play it and convert. So a hold for them, and then a good serve by Friedman gets the break. And now it'll be 7-8, Gonzalez to serve. We've seen him put serves on, but not really challenge Asbury. He'll need to do something slightly different if he wants to be able to generate breaks. And that's it!
There it is!
There's a little bit more topspin, maybe just catches Friedman, who's set up with the left hand, but maybe wasn't really thinking about the return as much, just waiting for it to hit his hand. Comes off well.
Wow.
And another break. You see David is feeling himself 2 breaks in a row, and they are back in the lead 9-8. You hear the UTC crowd cheering. They've got 5 teams out here, 4 of them now watching. Another great serve from Gonzalez.
Absolutely.
But just enough on the handle for Asbury Black.
And it doesn't necessarily look like he's doing anything too dramatically different from what he was doing before, but he's getting just enough action, just enough spin on that ball to make the difference on those 2 serves.
So Zach Webb serving at 9-9 but misses it, so advantage stays with UTC. Welsh, here's another chance for him to get a break with his serve, 10-9.
7 for 7 on made serves in the last 2 games with a break. Will it continue?
Except for the last time he served, but yeah. Another made serve, David sliding into it, but not there. So that's 2 times in a row they've successfully returned and put away
Starting to key
Welsh's
it on.
serve.
So now David Gonzalez is going to come into play here. Will his serves make the difference as they're starting to key in with Stephen Welch serving?
Yeah, so 10-10, halfway through this deciding Game 3 of finals at College Round Net National Championships. Zeke Friedman to serve. Drop serve.
Drop.
Gonzalez there, sets there, putting the backhand. And Zach Webb was there, but just can't get a handle on it.
Yep. He hits it right at him, but just not enough placement there by Zach Webb to handle that one.
And so with the UTC other 2 games being finished, they're able to cheer along for their team. And you can hear the crowd is getting excited as UTC now has a 2-point lead, 12-10 in this, again, deciding Game 3 of this series. David Gonzalez now serving to Zach Webb, goes to the flango. That one won't do it, but a good break for him on the previous serve. So now it's 11-12, Asbury to serve. Zach Webb here looking for some power. We've seen it out of him before. If he can really swing onto these serves say low, and they are hard.
Not. Oh, he gets the lip.
Lips up. Zeke Freeman runs it down and going to drop.
Great drop. Great decision.
So we're even again, 12-12. Zach Webb now serving to Stephen Welsh. This is going to be exciting as we near the end of this game.
And we'll see how the mentality of it all. David Gonzalez has played on the big stage before. He's been in games like this. Stephen Welch and the two Asbury players have not necessarily, save Zach Webb's third place finish in Huntington Beach, which is a big finish. But this is an interesting and new position for a lot of these players.
Yeah, good serve from Welsh. Zach there, but hits right to David. David with the left.
Not a great set and a good touch.
You see Freeman running it down, but not able to get enough. So another break for UTC. Now they're back up by 2, 14-12. They'll need to keep these serves on the net, keep the pressure on Asbury to keep hitting the ball well.
Absolutely, and we're seeing a pattern. UTC was able to convert there, but Zach Webb with a poor hit, UTC with the first even touch, and then a poor set. UTC didn't get a super great set on the second one. They were able to finish this time. Previously, we've seen where they've gotten that defensive touch, and then the second set has been so off that they haven't been able to finish.
Big serve, that pocket's up, though.
They're caught a pocket there.
Pocket, and that's the right call. I think
they're going to the observers.
To me, that looked like an easy pocket call. Let's see what they say. Yeah, pocket is the call. So 13-14, second serve. Zeke still with the ball.
And you will note there with the observers that if I'm seeing it correctly, it appeared Chris Hornacek didn't have a view on it, and then Caleb Royce did, and he was able to make the call.
And that's really the job with Chris watching the server and Caleb watching the returner. Caleb's watching out for pockets and high calls, while Chris is watching for whether it's foot faults or reach infractions. So now 14-15, Zach Webb serving.
And in pockets.
Big step.
And that's where the importance of observers come in on a game like this. There's a lot riding on it. We want to get all these calls right. We want everything to be as it should. So it's great having observers in a situation like this.
Back it, nope, stepping out and hitting rim. So 16-14, Steve serving, lefty on lefty. Let's see what he brings to the table.
And he
misses.
misses.
And just missing. I think the crowd got in his head a little bit. You see him smiling as he turns around to wave off Andrew Card. 15-16.
And it rims.
There from.
That's what UTC wants. They want Asbury to feel like they want it, and they need to put it on to keep rimming, because if they just rim out, UTC holds on and wins this.
Yeah, so 17-15. Good serve from David. Zach Webb
good hit.
High, but David doesn't rotate in time.
Yep.
So hold for Asbury. It'll be 16-17. They have another chance here to break to get it back even.
And you see David on defense there. Stops, gallops a little, expecting the ball to come a little bit more to his left, but Zach Webb hits it far to the right. He's not able to get there.
He calls roll up. Some disagreement. They're going to go to observers right away. David calls the serve rolled up from here. I didn't see the roll up, but we'll see what they say. Pocket for the observer. Huge call. Mike White in the background saying he thought that was the right call. Honestly, I didn't see it either way, so I'm not going to say.
That was a tough call. That was close.
But heartbreaking for Asbury, who thought they had the break. 16-17 again now, second serve.
That was high.
Either
not
way,
a pocket, but.
Doesn't look like there's an argument from Asbury here. So 18-16. Stephen Welsh serving. If he can put this on and put some pressure on, maybe they'll be able to get another break.
He's been in a bit of a drought with serving these last 3 or 4 possessions.
He's really going for that side net angle that we saw him use effectively at least once in the last game. But now Zeke Freeman serving, lefty on lefty, 17-18.
Rim there.
Rim. So just a few points away for UTC. David Gonzalez to serve, 19-17. Definitely the most experienced player in this match.
Absolutely.
Let's see what he brings. Fuego.
Simple serve. They're able to get there. Oh,
goes to
good
the
drop by Zach Webb.
Davis committed to the body D, so not quite able to rotate. A great recognition by Zach Webb to find that opening.
David Gonzalez looked like he was there, but again, not quick enough to quite get there, move off his feet, completely committed to the body on that one.
8-9. Step back, it's rim, so just 1 point away. We have double championship point for UTC. Stephen Welsh, here he is, serving for the match.
And Asbury has been rimming their way into UTC's win. They've had opportunities to come, but they just can't get a ball on, and those rims have given UTC a fairly easy way to the championship at the end here, if they can pull it off. So Welsh just needs to get it on. He's trying to put all he has into it. He just needs to get it on.
So Welsh here, serving again, 20-18, second serve.
Mixes it up and drops it. Wow. And he hits the net.
Hits the net, hits the rim, doesn't matter.
Great decision.
Way, UTC's point, they win this match and they win the championship. So there you have it. The first time we had the club format at Nationals, it was the favorite who took it, but it was not the way we thought they would take it. Their top dog fell in the finals to Asbury White's Peter John Showalter and Jonathan Waterman, they rely on their B team and their C team to pull it out, especially the B team winning in 3.
Absolutely.
So a great ending, a great result for UTC, who wins both the individual and the club portion of this national championship.
And what I loved about that finish right there is that's not a serve we see from Stephen Welch in this series. He pulled that out just for the final match and finished it with something unique and put it on. Yeah. And again, Stephen Welch put the serve on and gets a break.
Yeah, great effort from both teams here. Asbury Black, who won Game 1, looked a little bit more challenging in Game 2, but Game 3 they were in it all the way till the end. Just that one serve catching them a little bit off guard at the end. Either way, great effort from both teams. Exciting to see Asbury come out in their first big tournament show up. They get 2nd place. Not at all a disappointing result. I'm sure they wanted gold, but again, for most of these teams, this is their first big tournament, so you can't argue with silver.
It's exciting. I think we should get Stephen Welch on here and get some questions from him.
Yeah, if we can get either of those players from Arthecio.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stephen!
I'd rather David, but you know, either one, I'll take them. Yeah, okay. So we'll come here with Stephen Welch. So just crowned club championship at nationals, largely on the back of Arthecio's #2 performance. What was that like, that last serve? Just walk me through it.
Oh, dude, I was so scared. I knew that Zeke was playing pretty hard to my left, so that little fake drop has been working for me all day. It was in my head before I even went to serve it, and just step out, he started moving, and hit front puck, and I got him.
So we saw, especially in Game 1, you struggled to put serves on. In Game 2, you made a lot more serves, and we were counting. We thought you won almost every point where you put the serve on in Game 2. Did you notice that?
No, I did not notice.
So we were saying just put the serve on for Welsh, and you're winning the point in Game 2. Game 3, they did a little bit job better handling your serves, but especially in Game 1, you were missing all the serves. Were there any adjustments you made to try to get the serves back on the net?
Yeah. So Game 1, I was trying to go for an ace every single time, and then Coach Card out here was telling me I'm a 3 and D guy. I put it on and then chase stuff down. So he's telling me just put the ball in the net, and so I took a little bit off. Focus more on angle rather than power.
Yeah, we saw
helped a little bit.
Yeah, a lot through match, all 3 games really. You were able to run down a lot of their hits. They weren't keeping them super low, and you're doing very well. What was the key? Was it just waiting for them to hit and then running it down, or was there a position that you guys knew you wanted to be?
I've played enough with Cho. He usually goes body up close on the net, and so they have to hit it away from him. And we noticed that they're both only hitting with their dominant hands, and so I just kind of targeted up Zeke's left and Zach's right. Yeah, got some good chase outs.
Anything else you want to say for UTC winning their first club championship here?
Just shout out to Andrew Card for getting all of us playing for 3 years, man. He's a great friend and an even better leader. So I love getting to play with him and Cho and all these guys.
Yeah, well, congratulations. We're going to have your partner on now, Cho, David Gonzalez. The experience of the UTC squad, as we like to call him.
Carried us in the 3rd game.
Yeah, yeah.
I did do that.
So, David, what were your thoughts after Game 1 when you dropped? I don't know if you had heard that Andrew and Travis had dropped and that Caleb and Peyton were the only ones to win Game 1. What were you thinking?
Yeah, as soon as I realized that our 1 and 2 dropped Game 1, it was holy crap. Hearts racing. We got to start playing. So we just got to go back to fundamentals and step it up, and we did. Steven did. I did, and luckily the third place team came in clutch for the first time today.
Yeah, so we had seen the 3rd place team lost the last 2 rounds. You were resting largely on the backs of the 1 and 2. You guys really stepped up your game in Game 2. I think you were getting a lot of defensive touches. Unlike in Game 1 where Steven was getting ups and maybe you weren't setting him well, you were able to convert. Was there anything you changed in the defense for that?
Yeah, just we focused on the strong hands. We learned that they would just set each other's strong hands, and they didn't hit it very low, and that made it a little hard for us with the win, but Steven's an athlete, and I gave him a couple good second touches from him to put the ball away. That was the difference. Yeah. And a couple of serves there.
Yeah, you had some bigs. They were handling your serve well in Game 1. Game 3, we saw those 2 big aces in a row. Did you change anything, or just?
I did.
Yeah, what was it?
Zeke's a lefty, so I didn't want to fuego Zeke at all because that doesn't make sense. So I got one on hard, and Zeke was a good one, and I had some momentum. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna fuego with the fuego spin. Zach, just to see how something different, And I threw that at him, and it worked out. He jammed him, and the spin got him, and got the point. It was lit.
So. They've said that they brought you here to UTC for this moment. What does it feel like to finally get that crowning achievement?
Maybe
I'm a trophy coming in now.
I'm a national champ, and Chattanooga's a great spot to live, All
right, well,
let's go, baby.
Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Arthecio. Congratulations to the whole UTC squad. I'm going to let you go celebrate with your team.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
So I think we're going to sign out here from. We see the UTC team celebrating. This is the moment they've been waiting for. It would have been really awkward if they just had the Martinelli and were not able to celebrate with it. Luckily, that's not the case. They get to drink it out of the trophy. So yeah, this University of Tennessee at Chattanooga team, they were formed for this moment. I'm happy for them. They get to celebrate here on this stage.
Absolutely. They wanted this really badly. They came in and they took it, and it was an exciting finish. Arthecio, the heroes for the day. Don't forget to mention touch and go. Dropped 2 games early on, but came in clutch when it mattered.
In the finals, they won, and that's when they needed them. So easily dug. They're off the hook for that loss to Peter John Showalter. I'm sure part of them will wish that they got it, but
yes,
with the win here and the win yesterday, there's really nothing else that they could have hoped for.
It's not every day where you can lose in the championship match and still win over. So
yeah,
exciting day. Congrats to UTC, and man, this is why we love RoundNet.
Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. We'll be back with you at another tournament next week. It's the Lancaster Tour Stop. We'll be on ESPN2.
ESPN2.
Check that out for sure. We've got tons of teams coming out Saturday, and we're hoping it's going to be an exciting day of RoundNet.
It will be, no doubt.
So I'm Ezra Dantowitz.
I'm Logan Cornelius.
The loudmouth from down south. We're signing off from Ohio State University at the scene of College Nationals
2018
Yep.
Club Tournament.
Take
We'll see y'all later.